Hello. So today I wanted to make a video looking at a holistic view of health. So quite often we hear about sort of diets and exercise and various different aspects of staying healthy. But if we really want to be healthy, we have to look at it all and have to have a sort of overview of all the different things that we're doing in our life. So what you can do is you can look at this as a wellness pyramid. And at the bottom of our pyramid, the sort of foundational layer really is eating right and what we eat. If you're not fueling your body, you're not fueling your mind, you're not fueling yourself. So you're not going to be looking after yourself properly. So that will affect your physical and your mental health. So anybody with any conditions, when they come and talk to me, although I love my essential oils, the first thing that I'll talk about is what is their sort of dietary intake like, what is their supplementary intake like, and having a really good diet is the sort of foundation. What we find nowadays is that it is very difficult to, if not impossible, to get all the nutrients and minerals in your diet adequately, and so supplementation is really important. With doTERRA, they have a sort of triple long life vitality is what it's called, supplement pack, and it is amazing. You can go onto sort of things like Facebook and stuff and just sort of search for it, and you'll see all the positive things that people say about it. It makes a huge difference to people's lives, especially if they've got chronic illnesses of some type or other. And so that will include physical as well as mental health. That would be something that I would really recommend. So along with that, there are things like probiotics, and that's really important as well. And the whole view on health isn't just about maintaining our health, it's about improving our health, it's about improving our resilience. And at this time, with what we're all having to deal with at the moment, resilience physically and mentally is really, really important. And for those who have historical issues, some people have got, they'll have childhood incidents, childhood events that may well have impacted their health. We know that adverse childhood events have both physical and mental impact on people that can really, have a huge influence on their health. And we need to really sort of nurture ourselves, our bodies and our minds to recover from that. And so, as I say, the first level is to really look at what we're taking into our bodies. And the next level would be exercise. And although I would say with exercise, quite often getting into a routine of exercise and things can be quite difficult if mental health is an issue for you. And so we'll talk about that in one of the other levels as well. But with the essential oils, you can use the essential oils to support you in this. So you can use there is a blend called Motivate. So obviously to help motivate you and get you sort of enthused and get you into that routine. There are different oils that you can use for meditation, and that can sort of help balance the mind as well. So that goes into sort of exercise as well, because that could be part of yoga. There's some really, really nice oils that you can use within your yoga practice to help ground you or to help motivate you as well. So lots of different ones there that you could explore. But in terms of actually physically exercising, my two favourites probably would be air, which is the respiratory blend. So that's really to open up your airways and really help. So you can put that onto your chest, and so you can be inhaling it whilst you're exercising. But if you've rubbed it on your chest, you've also got it on your hands. So I quite often will take some deep breaths if I'm needing a little bit of extra help whilst I'm running. Deep Blue is a wonderful blend. It comes in an oil, but it also comes in a cream, in a rub. And this is really, really popular with sports people. And again, you can search for this on YouTube. Actually, there's quite a few really interesting sports groups, sports people that use the Deep Blue. So it does smell a little bit like Deep Heat, but it's, I think, a much nicer, fresher smell because it is all 100% natural. It's natural oils that are in there that are giving it that scent. It's really good to put on before exercise to get your muscles warmed up. and to help prevent aches and pains afterwards, but it's also really good to put on afterwards to help with recovery. And if you've got, you know, aches and pains that are getting in the way of you exercising, regular application of the Deep Blue. Putting it on once, you'll feel an effect, but it needs to be regular putting it on to actually get that sort of long-term benefit from the Deep Blue. So it's, yes, it's a wonderful oil. So really, yeah, really good for sort of aches and pains, and backache being one that is really helpful with as well. So on the next level up, so once we've sorted out our exercise, our what we're eating, what we're taking into our bodies, and our exercise, then we can look at rest and stress management. So we know the impact of proper rest on us has a physical effect on us as well as our mental health. So if we look at rest, first of all, there's some really helpful oils there. So lavender is a great one, really simple one, not particularly expensive, so a really good one to have a go with. But also because it's such a gentle oil, you can use it with children, and really quite young children as well. So you can put it in a diffuser, or you can dilute it and rub it onto the bottom of their feet before bedtime. And a lot of parents, their issues with sleep may well be related to children. But there's another blend which is probably my favourite sleep-wise. I don't have a problem dropping off to sleep usually, but it's wake up in the middle of the night and then get back to sleep when you've got a really busy brain. And there's a blend called Serenity, and that's got things like lavender in it, and it's got sandalwood and vetiver. Vetiver is another one that's very, very good for helping relaxation and sleep. And all these oils that are good for sleep and for winding down and for calming are also really good for adults, but also children that really struggle with calming down, who are very sort of sensory aware, who can, on the autistic spectrum, these sort of children can really find some of these oils really good for helping calm. And also with children, the oils are really good because they can make up a blend. There are lots of little recipes that I can give you. They can make their own blends, they can have that ownership. It is something that they've made and they've got control of, and it's something that they can reach for. So that psychological effect of having that is theirs and that they can use is also really powerful as well. So in terms of stress, there are some lovely blends. Lavender again is really good for stress, as is the Serenity blend. And there is Balance, which anybody who's been on my page much knows that I talk about Balance quite a lot because I think it is an amazing blend. It's got sort of blue tansy, blue chamomile, frankincense in there. It's just really, really grounding and calming. It even makes me calm just talking about it. It's a really lovely blend. You can just put a drop in your hands and take some deep breaths with the Balance. You can also make it up into rollerball. I love having rollerballs because I can take them with me. It means I've got something that I can use all the time. Balance with wild orange is a lovely, lovely combination, and that's really good with children as well as with adults. So the Balance is really grounding, and the wild orange is kind of mood lifting, so you're grounding but lifting at the same time. So that's a really nice blend. So that combination of different things that you can do, putting oils in the diffuser is lovely because you can affect the atmosphere, you can affect other people. So if your stress would be helped by reducing the stress of other people around you, then the diffuser is a really good way of doing it. Having these little roller balls that you can take around with you. I tend to have different recipes that I like, and it means that you can choose which one you want to use depending on how you're feeling, whether you're just feeling really anxious, whether you're feeling stressed, whether you're feeling low. There are different blends that can sort of help your mood. Are basically the places in our brains where our sense of smell is and where our memory is are right next door to each other, which is why our memories are evoked by smell. So I think lots of people talk about different smells will make them remember childhood, remember something. So if you can create a really relaxing experience with an oil, then that will stay in your memory, which is why the Balance, even talking about it, calms me. So those are some oils that can help. There are lots and lots of different oils. There's another one that I particularly like, which is bergamot, which is a beautiful citrus oil. It can be really good for anxiety, but there's lots of lovely recipes that I've got that I can give to people to help support these sort of things. So our next sort of level up on our pyramid would be reducing toxic load. So that's about looking at what we are breathing in or absorbing into our skin, the sort of toxins that our body's having to deal with. So what we do know now is that the pollution within our homes is more of a problem than outside. And that makes sense if you think about all the cleaning products, the sort of things that we put on our bodies, and spray deodorants and all these, and perfumes and all these sort of things. And in fact, you can make a lot of these things with the essential oils, which is really nice. You know that you're not affecting your body negatively with them. Perfumes is a lovely one. I do different perfume workshops, and people can just sort of play about with the different smells, or they can choose specific ones for their specific needs. It can either be about just about which smells you like, or about what purpose you're looking for with those. You can make different body products, creams and things like bath bombs and lovely things to go in the bath, but you know that with the essential oils there is nothing else in there. And because some of the products that we buy now that have got smells in them are actually hormone disruptors. And I think that's something that we all kind of want to avoid. So getting these out of our homes can improve our health, can improve our mental health as well as our physical health. So that can be really helpful. So cleaning can be really as simple as using lemon oil, glass bottle and water and lemon oil. A lot of the recipes will say vinegar as well, but I just tend to use just the two and use that for spraying my kitchen. That's the one that I use for my kitchen. At the moment, with everybody wanting to sort of protect themselves a little bit more, there is a blend called the Protective Blend. It's called On Guard, and it's got a wonderful Christmassy smell. It's one of my favourite blends, and I have all sorts of products with On Guard in because I just love the smell of it. And it's got, as I say, it's quite Christmassy, but it's also got wild orange in there, so it's quite uplifting as well. You can make it up with that, and so it's got a really sort of protective effect as well as cleaning. And you're not spraying any nasties into the air. And it's really nice to think that if you're using these products and you're spraying them on your table, not that you particularly encourage them to, but your child could lick that table and you would be fine. You know that they're not taking anything into their body that's going to harm them. Maybe they do want to lick the table, but it's fine. So these are the main things within our sort of our control that we can do to give our bodies a little more, give our health a little more resilience, so that we can combat the difficult things that we're having to deal with at the moment, both physically and emotionally, and just protect our bodies. If we make our bodies stronger, then our minds will be stronger, then the combination of those will help us to be stronger and to fight off illness and to combat any illnesses that we have already. So I hope that helps a little bit. Obviously, if you have got illnesses and you have got problems, then that's another level, and there are different essential oils that you can use for different things there, and they can make a really great impact. And it's really nice to have that level of natural products that you can use before you go to the doctor or to the chemist, because they have a really important role as well, but it's really great to have that little bit more control of the things that you can use. So it's just really important to look at all these different aspects. If we want to make a positive impact on our health, we have to look at it all, not just look at one particular area. All right, take care. Bye.